So you've probably all had times in your life when maybe you've looked at a holiday brochure, you thought, I'd love to be in that bamboo hut by the water like that, and you save up some money, you buy the clothes, you get a ticket, you get there, and you find there's a huge kind of hotel complex behind the bamboo hut. Or you might get invited on to a friend's dinner party, and they say, we've got this perfect match for you. I've been trying to get you together for years. So if you're a man, you might even go so far as to having a shower before. And you get there and you walk in, and the person turns around and you just think, no, very nice, but no, there's nothing going. So I had a similar experience in the music business where I went to art school, I did all the right things, gave up art, joined a band with some good mates. We were quite political. We were very committed to changing the world together through music. We were successful fairly quickly. We got picked up by John Peel. We did some John Peel sessions. Those sessions got made into records. And managers started to hover around us. We could tell, aha, here comes the big time. And Green, the singer, said, well, if we're going to hit the big time, we should really be we should get less kind of indie style, more funky. We want people to dance. That's how to engage an audience. And he had this kind of prophesying mind. He could see what's coming next. And he knew dance and funk music was going to come in. So he said, all you need to do is get groovy. So he started learning these funk riffs, right? And he said, just play some funk drums. And so I thought, what are funk drums? Well, I suppose you've got to go like this. So I started to learn some funk rhythms, as is the way in the music business. The bass player just could not get it, Neil. He was a good mate, though, he couldn't get it. And the thing is, in the music business, it doesn't happen like, when you restructure a business and you say, we're restructuring, you're gone, you're in. It's, I'm sorry, here's a very generous package, and we've organised some retraining for you. And, it's all, it's wonderful, here's a portfolio. And in the music business, it doesn't happen like that. You find someone is invited to a rehearsal, and it's, oh, he's actually, we just invited him because he's quite funky. So the bass player gradually got eased out, and I thought, right, great, I've got the groove. Neil's fine, he never really wanted to be in the band anyway. We got this new bass player, he could do all this slapping, grooving stuff. It's the kind of mid-80s, early 80s. And so I thought, we're there, it's like that. It's like the holiday brochure, the date, da-da-da-da. Except, we played this first number, and the guy looks at me and goes, no, Tom, groove it. I am grooving it. Oh, right, we'll do another one. She's slapping away, Tom, groove it. And I could tell this kind of allegiance was moving from Green, the singer, who'd been my mate all through art school, all through everything, Rock Against Racism, all the things we'd done together, the shared house, the opening up the squat. His allegiance was moving more towards this new funky with it. With it? Did I just say with it? Right? There's no millennials in the room, right? Anyway, hot bass player, that's what my grand would say. He was really hot. Moving from him to me, and I found gradually I was the one who, they'd say, oh no, we're just rehearsing with a drum machine, you needn't turn up. And then they happened to be sort of rehearsing in a recording studio with just because the recording studio happened to be available at a cheap rate, and I needn't turn up if I didn't want it. So it all just kind of started to wither away. But I thought, well, I could see the money, the managers, they like the songwriters, right? They always choose the writer, because they form a band around them. They get rid of all the kind of peripheral hangers-on, the mates, And they put session people around the writer. So I thought, right, I'll be a writer. I know all about the groove now. So I wrote some real funky songs. I got myself a record deal, solo deal. But I got so obsessed with getting this deal. Midway through, getting towards my first record, I got into a really dark place. It's a bit of a theme of the evening. Into a really dark place, to the point where I lost any faith in music I'd written, any faith in my own musicality. I got to the point where I couldn't even ride my bike. My coordination went. I couldn't even ride my bike successfully anymore because I was scared if I went that way, I might go that way around the corner. It was wild. It was deep. And even if I got into a lift and they were playing music, I had to get out of the lift. I just couldn't be around music. And a friend of mine saw this happening, and he was working in a theatre, Backstage, and he said, I'll get you a job backstage in the theatre. It's dark, nobody can see you, you can just wear a black t-shirt, and no, you needn't even talk to anybody if you want, but at least you get paid. It's the first time ever I got a regular wage in my life. I've been an artist up to then. So there I was in the dark for a while. And a new dresser came in, a lovely young woman, and I noticed she would come and just sort of hang out with me in between cues. And she'd often have clothes for the actors. We're all dressed in black. And after about a week, she said, you don't know, do you? I said, don't know what? She said, you don't know about your aura. She said, I can see auras. I've been able to see them since I was a child. And she said, in the dark, they're especially visible. And she said, you have this beautiful aura. And not only is it beautiful, it's very calm. And she said, you probably haven't noticed that sometimes the actors, when they're nervous, they come and stand beside you before they go on stage. And she said, I see their auras kind of, turn into this beautiful thing when they go on stage. And she gave me this book. I'd never read anything spiritual. I was a Marxist, right? We were a hard line. Voices is bad. And it was all, and it's called the Butterfly. And it's all about this guy's enlightenment. And but he was doing this workshop in France, in the Dordogne, at the same time as my little 2-week holiday in the theatre. So I thought, I'm going to France. I'd never even done a 2-hour workshop. It was a 1-week enlightenment intensive, that's what it's called. And on about the 3rd day, we were at 6 a.m. in the morning. We were in a Native American sweat lodge, naked, with people pouring water over hot rocks in the middle. We're naked, right? And they said, look out, the rocks might split. So we're all going to be all dead spiritual. But meditate away. I'll tell you, all the men. Like that. So eventually we were let out. And we came out all silhouetted against the sunrise. And so it's breakfast time before meditation. So everyone went off for breakfast. But outside this sweat lodge, there was this drum. It was on its side, on the grass. And I'd seen someone else playing it earlier in the workshop. So I thought, I'm going to have a go on this drum. There's nowhere around. Nobody in the UK is here. It was way before YouTube or anything like that. And so I just closed my eyes and I started playing this drum, and the groove returned to me. That's a dinger, that means half time. The groove returned to me. And I kind of returned to the groove. It was like this coming together. So, given the dinger's gone, it's quite a long story this. But I thought, I opened my eyes and I was surrounded by naked, dancing people. Nobody had gone to breakfast. They just stayed, and they're all there grooving like that. I thought, well, there's a way to be a drummer, right? It's nothing to do with the music business. It's nothing to do with A&R people. It's nothing to do with parties. It's just to do with the group. You don't even need any clothes. So when I got home, I went back to the theatre, resigned, said goodbye to my friend, thank you very much, and I went out, I got married, and I said to my wife, I wouldn't mind doing some drumming in the corporate world, I think I'll think about it for a year. And that weekend, she took me to a drum supplier in our van, and I said, yeah, they look quite good, I'll think about it. And she said to the drum supplier, put those drums in the van, 100 drums, right? So that is now what I do. I get people drumming as team building. I reintroduce them to their groups as well. We actually have an event coming up where they said we want to do something really unusual. We've booked this site in Kent. It's a campsite. It's got teepees. Can you come and do something really unusual for 30 people? So I said, yeah, build a sweat lodge. And I've got a big surprise for you at 6 o'clock in the morning.